Excuse me, Mal. We're going to have to restart. We're not getting audio out to the YouTube channel. All right. Goodbye.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of Metaworld News. These are the highlights for the week ending today, and today is the 14th of January 2018. Yes, now settled into the new year rhythm, we hope. Obviously, it's early enough that the news hasn't really started flooding in yet, but there is nevertheless a bit of it. And we are focused on basically virtual reality technology that's of any great import, but also principally news from social virtual worlds. So you can follow my main feed on Twitter at twitter.com/Malburns. That's MALBURNS. And the links I'm going to start with basically are highlights from that feed. So I'm moving to 6 days ago, and we have a site which is jvwresearch.org. So JVW Research is all one word, .org. And this is actually the Journal of Virtual Worlds Research, hence what the letters stand for. This particular issue is dedicated mostly to a virtual world, or rather many will call it a game called EVE Online. A very nice game, but nevertheless, I would call it a game. But it is used as a virtual world too. There are basically, I'm getting a lot of typing noise over the mic from somewhere, but we'll sort that out in a minute. Right, there's an editorial, and then basically there are 5 peer-reviewed research papers. Each of them is an individual PDF, so if you go to that site, you can actually click on the links and load, and indeed save the PDF articles if you want them. So that's jvwresearch, or one word, .org. Now, another fun thing for those of you like me who are in the UK, England plans to map the entire country in 3D using planes equipped with lasers. Yes, we're going to make the government's going to make a virtual world out of the entire nation. Or that seems to be the gist of it. This doesn't want to scroll. Yes, it does. Here we are. Right. Okay, let me... sorry, I'm going back to the headline because for some reason my computer here has frozen on me, and it's not...
Oh, no.
It's by the machine. Basically, the piece of software I was reading my news with crashed, but it's one of these Windows 10 versions, so go figure. Okay, opening it again. And here I was thinking it was so wonderful because the mouse wheel acts as the page flipping device. Here we go. Right, so let's go back to wherever we were. No, that's forward. That's back. Oh, it's not in a good mood, this thing. Okay. You'll find this post at digitaltrends.com. That's digitaltrends.com. Digital Trends, or one word. Basically, this is an announcement by the Environment Agency here in the UK, and they're just going to go over the whole place, really. Good job we're a smallish country, I suppose. And they're going to use lasers to map the whole country in 3D. So I guess it'd be goodbye Ordnance Survey and hello virtuality in your car, which is something we discussed last week, but let's move on. Post from uploadvr.com. That's upload and the letters VR, or one word. uploadvr.com. Minority Media bets on VR arcade games to survive. Another indication that the VR technology we hear so much about these days is destined probably for the arcades and the out-of-home experience. They seem to be exhausted consumer interest. Now they've got all the gamers in their helmets, etc. Right. A site called Aeon, I think that's how you pronounce it, Aeon, 4 simple letters, Aeon, .co, not a com, just a .co, and it's Aeon Video, in fact. Virtual reality industry is currently in its infancy, but a few decades it's possible will be indistinguishable from reality, etc., etc. And the article is actually entitled "The Philosophy of Virtual Reality," so quite an interesting little read there in general. Right. Oh, tweet. What have you done? This software, I love this software. It's going backwards. Right. Okay, I'll do one from this morning then. A post at engadget.com. That's engadget.com. Toby, this is spelled T-O-B-I-I, proves that eye tracking is VR's next killer feature. And they go on about different ways the headsets can get better, and basically, well, talk about this new device called Toby VR tracking. It showed off its technology integrated in HTC Vive at GDC last year. But the Consumer Electronics Show, which has just finished in the States, they unveiled some new experience to demonstrate the benefits of eye tracking. Well, they talk about that anyway. Also, the Consumer Electronics Show, hands-on with Samsung's Ready Player One VR experience. This is a post at uploadvr.com. This was 4 days ago, so there was an Intel press conference. They're sort of promoting Spielberg's Ready Player One movie, which comes out. It's all about VR, in fact. It comes out in a few months. But they've developed with Linden Lab a site in Linden Lab's platform called Sansar, where you can see a build based on the set, and in that build there was sort of homage to lots of old video games and things, which of course is an essential part of that book if you've ever read it. I did not have much success, even on my new super-powered machine, getting in. Well, I got into Sansar okay, but getting to this location took all of about half an hour. When I did finally land, I couldn't move. Go figure. But anyway, if you have some kind of contraption that can get you into this thing and allow you to move properly, maybe there is something there to be seen. So that's in a so-called virtual reality app called Sansar, which is compatible with headsets as well as having a desktop version. Right, also CES, a post here from uploadvr.com. It's a very simple post. CES 2018, the 5 biggest VR tech updates. So they've done a roundup of what they could see on the VR front there, and giving you a little roundup of what they think the biggest, what they think are the biggest updates of the event. Road2VR.com has a post again from Intel, oddly enough. Intel claims that their tiny NUC PC is the smallest VR capable system ever. Now, if so, it beggars belief, because the whole PC looks like a bit like one of those TV add-on boxes. It fits in the palm of, well, not in the palm of your hand, but on the palm of your hand is probably a better expression. That's how small it is, and apparently it's VR capable. So it's 8th generation Core i7 8809G 3.1 gigahertz to 4.2 gigahertz turbo quad core, blah blah blah. Try that if you will. I must say,
sorry, I don't know how to help with that.
Thank you, Google.
Wow.
As you can see, I've got a Google Assistant here on the program. Oh, yes, very, very good.
Sorry, I can't help with that yet, but I'm always learning.
She is a cheeky so-and-so. Actually, I've got a surprise. I presume that could be heard over my mic.
Yeah,
so. Yeah, I keep talking to friends in America who, you know, are very amused by her voice popping up because it's an English Google. So, hey Google, are you connected?
The fact we're having a chinwag would suggest I am indeed.
There you go. That is the English lady talking to you. Anyway, enough of my assistant.
Very
you can
nice.
keep quiet now, madam. Right. Okay. 3D rudder makes your virtual reality experience a bit more hands-off. This I posted this morning, and I can't see the link for it, which is rather odd. Okay, this is digital trends again, in fact. Basically, 3D rudder is a new gadget which allows you to listen to intrusive noises. Sorry. That is not what I meant, but that's what it shows you a video when you follow the link. 3D rudder basically is a foot operation system. You can tuck these sort of things under your, they're a bit like foot pedals. You can tuck under your desk even and sort of navigate left and right and stuff in VR by using the foot pedals. Not a complete solution, just yet another add-on to make more of your real-life body parts interoperate with the worlds you may be in. But quite nifty. I can see myself possibly having a pair of foot pedals under my feet. Whether I use them or not would be another matter entirely. Also at digitaltrends.com, the coolest virtual reality innovations at CES 2018 so far. Pretty much on the same theme as that previous post. And there we are. I'm at the end of that Twitter feed. So thank goodness. Unfortunately, I've got to use the same software to move across now. We have another Twitter feed for Metaworld News itself. It's twitter.com/Metaworld News, as is this show. And just a couple of things here. Both of them seem to be hgsafari.blogspot.com. This is Thursday Ember's blog. A roundup from Hypergrid Safaris of various adventures. The first one, Poetry and Particles, is one I sadly missed. It went to River of Forgetting by Karima Hoysan. And it also went to another one called Sand by Art Blue. And for those of you watching us live, we will have an edition of In World Review coming up on the hour on the same channel here, and Art Blue is one of our guests on that show, in fact. Meanwhile, a couple of days ago, a more recent post from Thursday, again, hgsafari.blogspot.com. Safari goes high seas and high tech, and that's a roundup of the event this week, which was actually very fascinating. We actually went to one destination which you know, there were it was a science sim, and you know, it was a whole region full of gadgets that were interactive and displaying graphs and too complex to summarize, but well worthy of a visit. In fact, I would dare to make this machine open the page just to refresh my memory of the region name. It is very slow. I'd be better off using my normal browser, wouldn't I? Okay, I'm fed up. It's not doing it. Come on. Flipboard. Anything built for Windows 10 is crashed. Yay! Normally, folks, I do this using my iPad, and I thought, well, why not just use a flat screen for a change? But guess what? Windows doesn't like it at all. Okay, so that was hgsafari.blogspot.com, and I'm just popping finally into my monitor posts at Google Plus, and yeah, nothing much there, just replays of our various shows throughout the week. So now I'm going to tell Flipboard to go away, and I will not be using the Windows version in future. I will be back to my iPad, I think. Okay, sorry about that, folks. Now, there may not be some developer news this week, so I'm going to hand the mic over to James out loud to find out if, what, where, and when.
Yeah, well, number one, I hope people can hear me. I'm having some strange audio issues myself, but
okay, well, we can hear you. We can hear you fine here. In fact, I think we were hearing you in the background all along. But
that's what I was afraid of, right?
Not too bad.
I know audio's going someplace. I don't know where from. So. Anyway,
Gremlins in the tech. We all know.
That's right. Would it be technology if it didn't have issues?
Indeed.
Well, I actually was able to attend the developer meeting last Tuesday. So that was on Tuesday at 11 a.m. Pacific time in World Time, and it was actually another good meeting, well attended, good group of folks there, mix of grid owners, developers, and really just three basic topics, following up again on updates to the Mute user module. So something, again, this is an issue where users would like to be able to have their mute list live on the server, so that when they come back in a different viewer, that preference persists. And so that's progressing along very nicely. That's going to be into the core code, I believe, very soon. And then just a discussion about really the supporting code, the code that is on the system that's serving Open Simulator. Things like Linux has a support function called glibc, Glibc, and versions of that are very similar to, on Windows, the .NET support. And so there are aspects of what versions of Open Simulator are supported by different versions of Windows.NET and Linux glibc. So, just an interesting discussion about the complexities that are involved with people running grids, serving Open Simulator software. So, interesting discussion in there. There is a wiki page about dependencies on the operating system, so that came up in discussion as well. And then lastly, just a little kind of high-tech discussion about memory leaks in general, and some concern about a helper program to Open Simulator called Robust. And I think you're familiar with that, right, Mal? Do you?
Yes, I'm familiar with the name. I'm not deep into the tech enough to comment on it really. I mean, it's part of the back end basically. It's not it's an optional one. Some people use different parts of the back end, but Robust is part of the server code, I gather, for OpenSim, or an optional part.
Yep.
How it fits into the scheme of things, I'm not quite sure.
I feel like it's a way of having, I could be way wrong in this, but I feel like it's a way of having more of a control panel for the server than having command line instructions to change things.
Okay, fine. Yeah,
on that.
Yeah, fine. I mean, the version I use has Diva's Wi-Fi control panel, and everything else is just a console. So it may be some kind of interim.
Okay. And thing. A comment from a live viewer says Robust is grid services. That's from Sierra Royale. So.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you, Sierra.
Yep. So the brief discussion about that was if that program is causing memory leaks, which as Windows people know, memory leaks have been long a source of frustration and slowing down the system. So,
well, as Windows users know, the whole thing is built out of leaky materials.
That's right.
Nothing new there.
Nope. So, again, nice activity with the developers meeting.
Very good.
Yep. Actually, the office hours. These are off.
Yeah, but of course, anybody else is welcome to drop in, and it's Tuesdays at noon. Is that right?
Tuesdays at 11.
Tuesdays at 11, 11 being Pacific time.
Yep.
On OS Grid, no less.
Yes. Yep.
Indeed. Okay. Well, thank you for that. And I think that's it for this week. As I mentioned, we're coming back up live on the hour with this week's In World Review. We've got Juliet, Surreal Dreaming, and Art Blue as guests. And yeah, we'll see what happens there. All art and no play makes us. I don't know. I don't know at all. Okay. That's it for this week. I hope you have a good week. We'll be back same time, same place next week. Bye for now.